Hello, my name is Keith, and this is part of a series of videos providing program development opportunities for nonprofits. These videos may help you determine a better way to manage your programs and avoid common mistakes. This video is about setting up Little Free Libraries process and procedures. If you like these videos, I ask you to subscribe on my YouTube channel. First of all, why would you want to have Little Free Libraries? Well, Little Free Libraries are part of an effort to improve primarily third grade reading. Research shows that a strong education leads to better employment opportunities and a more competitive workforce. However, there are many children in our communities who are not reading at grade level by third grade, making it harder for them to succeed in school. And that's why we need to work to address this challenge by giving kids in our communities greater access to books. The goal is to engage the community in sharing their love of reading and books with local kids who might not have access to local libraries, or even worse, who don't have any books at all. The idea is to take a book, read a book, and leave a book. It's about building a strong sense of community and sharing. Little Free Libraries are usually self-contained, waterproof, and can be placed near schools, churches, playgrounds, or any other location where children gather. So how can we make this happen? There are ways to partner to identify locations and build and maintain Little Free Libraries in your neighborhood where they are needed the most. And this is the way that I would go about doing it and have gone about doing it. First of all, find an interested neighborhood or group. Before starting a Little Free Library, you want to think about where it's going to go and who's going to benefit. Consider neighborhoods that are not within walking distance from a current library or Little Free Library, and ask people for permission or feedback or placement. If you don't live in a neighborhood where you're building the library, make sure it benefits and doesn't burden the community. Talk to community members first and have a plan on how you will maintain the library. Getting the buy-in from the host site will make it easier to maintain the library for restocking and for repairs. Using volunteer groups. Because the library will be for public use, you may want to have a group of people involved in building it and setting it up. Consider holding a Little Free Library building session at your local park or in your own yard. Use corporate volunteer teams to assemble and paint Little Free Libraries. For designs, Little Free Library is a national brand at this point, and the organization offers design inspiration and other setup tips on their website. You can also buy their book, Little Free Libraries and Tiny Sheds, 12 Miniature Structures You Can Build, which details how to put different design options together. If you are building for an organization, you may want to paint them all with the colors of the organization logo. Example, Publix having green Little Free Libraries. To build the Little Free Libraries, help us promote literacy and the love of reading by building these Little Free Libraries. These libraries will be hosted in areas where kids don't have access to books. If you don't want to build, use volunteers to assemble them. You can order the kits from the Little Free Library website. You don't need a full wood shop to build a Little Free Library, but you want a few basic tools to start out. Use a team from your school's wood shop, work with local craft shops or studios, or identify some volunteers that have woodworking skills. You'll need wood, you'll need a saw, jigsaw is recommended, a drill, automatic is recommended, shovel, paint, possibly a permit depending on where you're placing them, and of course the books. Get permission. If you're placing your Little Free Library on city property like a park, you'll need to get a zoning permit. If that sounds like too much work, consider placing the library on private property, such as your home, or maybe you can partner with community organizations to provide Little Free Libraries at their facilities. Example, at all the Parks and Rec facilities. For installation, if your library is outside, install it in the ground securely. Little Free Library's website has tips on how to do this with a wooden post. You can use this method for installing your library into a planter as well. When I did this before, installed them with 4x4 posts and secured them in the ground with concrete. Some organizations will allow the libraries to be inside or even attached to the outside wall of their building. For book support, host a new or gently used book drive. Your organization can find and donate elementary school age appropriate books so that you can replace the ones that will inevitably disappear. Once the library is in place, it's time to fill it with books. Ask your neighbors if they have old or new books that they're willing to donate, and look through your own shelves as well. After you've gathered an initial set of books, the hope is that the supply will grow and gather over time. Schedule a monthly check on the libraries for needed repairs and restocking. Make sure that the books are culturally appropriate as well. I mean, if you're in a larger Hispanic community, make sure you also have Spanish books in the little free library. Hosts allow you to place a little free library at their location. Your responsibility is to report any vandalism or maintenance issues and let us know then when the supply of books gets low. Or you can even be more than a host. You can be a steward and agree to fix any vandalism or maintenance issues and keep the little free library stocked with books. Thank you. If you like these videos, please click subscribe.